Keith and Neil are your commentators.
Thank you, Susie. The clock is on the boys for the warm-up lap then. We're looking at your pole sitter, the starting grid. Fabio Quartararo, the rookie, threw it all at it in qualifying, made himself into the middle of the front row. Maverick Vinales, that second Honda, alongside Morbidelli. And Joan Mir, back from injury, of course, and going good here. Qualified KTM factory machine, the RC16, in place of Johan Zarco, who got the flick in the lead up to this race meeting.
I was messing with them as well, but that's another story.
You're always messing with them. Turn one, Gav picked up on it really well, actually, Gavin, but I think that... and that was a combination at one point of using a hard... 23 laps, 72.5 miles, and we're away for the Grand Prix of Aragon then. Who's it down into turn one? Look at Marquez, already a great start from him. When this Honda gets away, is anybody going to be able to live in the air behind Marc Márquez? Whoa, a lot of pushing and shoving, coming, going there. Jack Miller has been the man on the Ducati, hasn't he, this week? The only man on the Ducati.
Literally, Ducati have been completely...
Area pass. Here comes Miller up the inside for second.
There, Keith.
Yeah, and he's just about... Oh, down has gone.
Morbidelli.
And out goes Rins. I am disgusted, but whether that was with himself or someone else, hard rear tyre on there, you saw the yellow banding, but look at the lead that Marquez has on this opening lap already. That is just blasted away. We're looking back at Maverick Vinales now, and we still have a long, long way to go in this race. 72 punch in fifth place. That's a great start from him as well. He's riding that Aprilia so well round. He does go well round here.
Yeah, fifth last year.
They don't want to duck away from this just yet as we're into the early stuff. As Quartararo in third place chases Jack Miller. Jack Miller's got good early race pace. Hey, Lorenzo starts on the 7th row of the grid. He was pole here last year, of course. We know what happened. He crashed at turn one, but pole position last year for Lorenzo. Stewards will be looking at that.
It's that fine line, Keith, isn't it? It's lap one. You have to be aggressive. You do, especially when you're coming from so far.
But it's not good for the Petronas team, that's for sure, because they're down on the deck. Rins is still out there, but down in 16th place and out.
Right. There was a gap. He did try, and I think at the end maybe to try and
I think he did.
Through.
When you saw it...
Thank you, Morbidelli, if he thinks it's too harsh.
Yeah, he won't. Now then, independent race team Yamaha versus full factory, apart from a breakfast. That's such the card. This man has cleared out front. He's going to have plenty of time to watch Moto 2, isn't he? Marc Márquez a 1.9 lead over the last is such that he can do nothing else. I think he's got so much pace over everyone else. This is his home track. Just ridiculous, I know, and it's a shame to have to say because we're not going to have a race for first place. They've done the doctor, but he's still got an Aprilia in front of him. Just here.
Yeah. And it looks like the Aleix might be just holding them up
for that squirt onto the straight to get that lot.
The Ducati's going to be
for dead coming out of turn 15 onto the back straight, 0.6 of a mile. It's a long straight here and a quick penalty. 42. He'll have had that on his dashboard anyway. Race direction. It's not just that board. It's not just his own pit board. It's not.
Let's say do a time attack at the end. The weather forecast said the following day, Saturday morning, it was going to be wet, and it was.
So hard had over the Ducati as Rins takes his long lap penalty. Long way round there. It's dirty as well.
Really dirty.
Got to be. You can be fairly sure that thing's lively on the throttle. He's got to control that on the throttle. That's not something that the electronics are going to help him with. So if he gasses it up a bit, it's got him.
Yeah.
So Jack Miller's been done, and I reckon, mind you, has he done him at the kind of place? This is where the long lap was that we saw a moment ago for Rins. Look at that, hanging it out, making it spin. That just turns round the outside of him. What a beautiful move. Yeah, but beautiful.
Beautiful.
Way, fifth place and closing Quartararo. There's a 0-4, the Vizioso. You know how to use all the power of that. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's got in that motorbike, but fourth row start. Giving himself a hell of a job to do. Cal Crutch, though, is 7th by
lap 3, Keith. He dropped right to the back about 5 or 6 seconds off the back.
He
so
got to have made a mistake. Mirror signal manoeuvre. That's the power of the Ducati on the slowest motorbike out there, which is the independent.
Well, actually, if you saw me at school, just in general, I'd say just in general.
Yeah, and you're sitting next to someone who can't help you.
Ducks back down into the 48s because he's going. Now he's running Marquez. I'd say about 0.7.
The tenths off every lap. He ain't going to get there.
Oh, it's coming down the gap.
Here's Mika Kallio. You're looking at the splits then, I take it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the. Doing a good job, Kallio. He's in a battle there with Bagnaia and Nakagami.
Mika Kallio always was as we click away, waiting for Maverick Vinales. 4.5 it still is. 49.3 for Marquez, 49.27 for Marquez.
I just thought Fabio was going to let the brake off.
You hoped he was, or you thought he was?
Both.
I know straights aren't perfect to be watching on, but I always like watching down there. You really get an indication of which bike has horse.
Hey, good money to watch that scrap, both on and off motorcycle.
Yeah, just after that. Oliveira for 10th place now, so Rins has He's now got Petrucci. That's the man that's in third place in the championship. Rins is in fourth place in the championship. Wasn't
Tell you
bad.
what, Rins has got some confidence.
Really has.
You can see how dirty it is offline, but he keeps going on the exit of that Suzuki from Rins.
So
compared to
good.
Ducati.
So good. Whoa, just drove it underneath. And
Like, he's like, all of a sudden he just wakes up, doesn't he?
the trouble is it's down for 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th places.
Well, that's much better than where it's for 11th place, and that's how hard it is.
The thing that baffles me, and we thought Cal Crutchlow was trying to throw us off the scent, didn't we?
He's trying to ride it like Dovizioso, so he has no corner speed at all. He is the last of the list.
Still third, Jack Miller, still fourth. Andrea. Here's Rins then, finally gets Petrucci done, but does it? No, that was a replay, wasn't it?
No, it's not.
Oh, that's
He
the one
didn't
we
go off the
haven't
track
seen.
last time.
Jack Miller doing a great job in third, but
So-
getting back to Quartararo, he's answered so many questions.
He has, and his best weekend so far was last.
Jack Miller, Jack's good on the brakes, and unfortunately for Dovizioso, his progress has been poor. Does he pull it to the apex? Of course he does. He's Dovizioso, and forces Jack out a little. Consistent in their times, but there is 3/10 between them. And Marc Márquez, your race leader, has the upper hand by those. Still then, it is Marc Márquez well up the road, barring any kind of mistake, mechanical or otherwise. So Dobby
There's a few strange things going on. Valentino Rossi, I don't know what.
slipping back.
Like, go on, I'll come with you, mate.
Get on it, Jack. There is no rider we like more, off track or on it, than Jack Miller.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a proper punt.
Yeah, Morbidelli won't be thanking him for that, but Rins being the
Not by much. It's close, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a 10th here and there.
But Vinales able to respond perhaps to. Yeah. When you that interview with Susie by the side of the lake, the magic box that he moved by Hafiz Shireen.
And Bradley Smith is behind him. This is the battle at the back, unfortunately.
How many seconds were accepted?
To either retire or elect not to ride next year for Honda. You know, just say I'm not going to say I'm retiring, but I'm not going to ride. Pumping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically on acceleration, when the tyre starts to lose grip, when it's starting to mark up, which we saw on the slope.
Management-wise,
No.
let alone the rider.
Well, to finish on it, the dilemma of Honda is what we've talked about in the past
Scenario. New graphics then, just to keep you an eye on where things are. And look at how fast he was on lap 2. That was where that time round. So a little bit slower than his previous lap. That graphic gives you some idea of where his race pace fluctuates. And
I
that
feel like Vinales might have, with 3.5 laps to go, just pulled the pin now.
trying building here. This could be a really, really good day for Ducati. Certainly a million miles better than I thought they would get.
Yeah.
No wonder just something saved up in the last few laps.
Yeah, and I think that's maybe what we're seeing now. Yeah, the gap's at
23 lap race. We have a lap and a half left to go. We are at the corks.
the back of Dovi.
Now he's got Jack Miller to worry about. Jack Miller sniffs it as well.
Oh.
Jack Miller sniffing a podium here.
This is on the Ducati.
Yeah, Ducati didn't get out of 15 quite so well, I don't think. Jack Miller perhaps. Dovizioso turn one, surely not. Yes, he's got it done as well. Can he hold the line? Can he hold the line?
He does go wide, but he drives Maverick with it.
Time mid-corner than Jack Miller. It's all down to the setup. They are very, very similar. Whoa, lap time. Third place is still in dispute. Marc Márquez is well down the road by 6.8 seconds from Andrea Dovizioso now. He goes again. He reels them in. He wins in Aragon. The alien of Aragon has taken it again from in front of Valentino Rossi 8th. Rins recovers after bumping and barging Morbidelli out of it and taking the...
I'll tell you, man of the day.
Andrea Dovizioso. 100%.
10th on the grid, Keith.
Fourth row.
Averaging about 15th throughout the... No.
So, 200 Grand Prix starts. That's including, obviously, the small bikes. 122 starts.
Doing that when you come back in, and I tell you, you'll want to know the answers to that. Is
Sure.
Davide Tardozzi. That's how the team manager.
Miller, a very popular person. Everyone in the paddock. You're right. I can't.
It's
can't
true though,
take
isn't
that.
it?
Well, I wonder what a perfect life feels like. I think I quite often watch it. Yeah, we're going fishing again. He's got Santi Hernandez on the...
Is when the first time you move out and you buy your own house and you throw your dirty.
Good.
Did you hear what Wilco just said? Don't say sorry to me, just go and say sorry to Franco.
Wilco understands. Rider, top rider.
On Thursday or Friday here, so I get to go home back to Australia tomorrow for the flyaway, so I'm looking forward to that. Surprise, Mum.
Really thank you to the work we are doing during the weekend. We're struggling, but at the end of the race we are very strong, so really happy. Also never give up, so it was amazing to race here in front of our fans, home race, so just gracias a todos.